Thank you. Hello, everyone. My name is Marzida Noor. First and foremost, I would like to thank EC Council University for giving me this opportunity to speak on women in cybersecurity in conjunction with the International Women's Day in March. This topic resonates with me since I'm a strong advocate of women advancement, particularly women on boards and women in technology. In light of the current situation, I hope everyone is keeping healthy, safe, and working from home. Now, allow me to introduce myself. I am an IT professional with extensive experience in leading IT business change and transformation. I've held various positions in IT management and operations, program management, and management consulting. I started my career in the merchant banking industry. I then joined KPMG Pit Mawick as a management consultant. Subsequently, I joined Malaysia Airlines and the last 7 years as its Chief Information Officer. I then joined Shell for 10 years and the last 6 years as Head of Global Delivery SAP HR. I left Shell in 2017 and since 2018, I've taken on the role of an independent board of director on a full-time basis. I'm an active working member of the 30% Club Malaysian chapter. It is a business campaign to improve gender diversity by having more women on the Malaysian corporate boards. Before I begin my presentation, I would like to share some statistics that the 30% Club Malaysia has been tracking and reporting in regards to the number of women on boards in Malaysia. The overall percentage of women on boards across all of 950 plus public listed companies in Malaysia is only 16.3%. For the top 100 public listed companies, it stands at 26.4%. Our aspiration is to achieve 30% or more women on boards for the top 100 PLCs by the year 2020. To date, the progress in moving the needle has been slow, and unfortunately, we all know we anticipate a further slowdown in momentum due to 2020 being a very challenging year for Malaysia and for the rest of the world. Gender inequity is not just a Malaysian or an Asian problem, but it is a universal one. Later, you will also see a similar trend for women in cybersecurity as well. Key topics that I will cover include statistics on cybersecurity workforce, challenges facing women in cybersecurity, business case for diversity, issues, opportunities, and way forward. I'm going to start with this chart because it is quite alarming, yeah? Because according to a workforce study conducted with over 19,000 IT security professionals from 170 countries, the study showed that men outnumber women by 9 to 1. Only 11% of the cybersecurity workforce are women. So it is not surprising, yeah, that men are 9 times more likely to hold managerial roles than women. Men are 4 times more likely to hold executive and C-level roles than women. Men are paid 4 to 6% more than women. And low female participation in the cybersecurity workforce is a global problem. Therefore, gender inequity needs to be addressed at a global level. Now, if we break it down by geographical areas, women cybersecurity professionals are underrepresented across all 6 regions globally. North America has the highest regional concentration, but of only 14%. And this is followed by Asia Pacific at 10%. So if you look across at other regions, they range from 5 to 9%. So overall, very, very low. So what are the challenges facing women in cybersecurity? First and foremost, cybersecurity or tech in general has a perception problem which many of you would agree with me. Unfortunately, this gender stereotyping starts from an early age, where it is perceived that science and technology, or STEM, are more suitable for men. Women often don't see tech or security as viable career options because they are often considered as masculine professions. When this happens, work culture can get stuck in a self-perpetuating cycle of unconscious bias. Part of the reason behind this is that people, consciously or not, they tend to hire and promote people who are like them. So if there are more men in the cybersecurity industry, it's not surprising that they tend to hire more men. These problems are difficult to fix because they are subtle yet pervasive. These are issues wrapped up in culture and education. What's the business case for women in cybersecurity? It is important to be clear on why gender diversity matters. It is really not about right versus wrong or men versus women, but is that having more women in the workplace brings diversity in perspectives, diversity in leadership, and experience, which are good for business. We need people from various backgrounds because the bad guys also have a wide variety of backgrounds and experiences. We increase our chances of success when we have a wide variety of people and experience. Diversity also drives creativity and innovation. Women and men each bring their own unique skill sets to the workforce. I think more evidence to show why women bring more diversity into the workplace. Based on a research conducted which analyzed thousands of job ads for cybersecurity roles and resumes of cybersecurity professionals, of the top 20 skills employers list as requirements in their CISO job descriptions, 17 are considered soft skills, and they are categorized into 4 quadrants: leadership, interpersonal and communications, analytical, and personal characteristics. Now, resume analytics reveal that women list more soft skills than men in all 4 quadrants, meaning they bring broader skill diversity to cybersecurity roles. Female job seekers cite in their resumes 52.5% more soft skills across all 4 quadrants, 150% more analytical skills, 46% more skills in the leadership quadrant. These soft skills are key differentiators for leaders in this industry, and women are clearly qualified to fill open roles in cybersecurity. I was in a panel discussion about 3 weeks ago, when we discussed about the C-suite of the future. And when I did my research, what I found out was they said that the feminine personality traits of leaders is very suitable for the C-suite of the future. So this very much actually is in line with the findings of this presentation on this topic. That is, women bring broader skill diversity. So diverse teams produce better results. And there have been many research conducted to support this. For example, according to Fortinet research, gender diverse teams make better decisions 73% of the time versus 58% of the time for all male teams. Venture capitalist funded women-led teams bring in 12% higher revenue than male-dominated VC firms do, while VC firms with at least one woman in a leadership position outperform all male peer organizations by 63%. The CISO role is also becoming more strategic. It is no longer another function within IT. The role has expanded to that of a business leader, meaning a full-fledged C-suite. So why are we seeing CISO rise to prominence now? Because security is no longer a technology issue and it can no longer be contained within IT. Cybersecurity has become a major business risk and a key component of business continuity. Cybersecurity professionals have a very high profile visibility, nearly double the percentage of other same level managers surveyed. Many now reporting to head of risk management, head of legal, the company's president, or the chief operating officer instead of the CIO. Board of directors are now responsible for providing oversight of the company's cybersecurity, and it has become a board agenda. So therefore, cybersecurity requires an advocate at the highest level. This has also given rise to a demand for boards of directors with skills and experience in technology and cybersecurity. So cybersecurity professionals have strong career progression opportunities, and it is a high-paying, lucrative profession as well. I want to cover a little bit about the various aspects, the four phases of a CISO, because the current CISO is increasingly expected to focus more on setting security strategy and advising business leaders on security's importance. So if you can see on the left side, I've actually shown the role shift, from being guardian and technologist to now becoming more strategist and advisor. So if you notice under the current and desired, under each one of that characteristic, you see that the strategist and advisory role is now more than 60% as a desired requirement of a CISO. As a strategist, CISO must possess deep business knowledge and act as a credible partner to provide business-centric advice on how risk management can help the business. As an advisor, CISO must possess strong communications and collaboration skills in order to enlist, educate, engage, and align executive directors to increase security awareness. So if you notice, these two characteristics are far from just being a techie or a technologist. Global security skills shortage now have surpassed 4 million, according to a recent study conducted in 2019. In Asia Pacific alone, there is a 64% gap, which is equivalent to 2.6 million shortage in skill sets. Demand is far outpacing supply in the cybersecurity workforce, and job opportunities are very, very strong. There has never been a better time to consider a cybersecurity career, both women and men. On this slide, I've shown the typical cybersecurity roles and where most of the resources are allocated. So for the first four, on average, 63% of people resources are allocated to the first four roles of security operations, security administration, risk management, and compliance, whilst 37% of people resources are allocated to specialized cybersecurity roles like operational technology security, secure software development, penetration testing, and forensics. So how to start a lucrative career in cybersecurity? Someone asked me before, do you need a computer science or specialized degree to be a cybersecurity professional? My answer to that person is not really, because more than half come from non-technical backgrounds. Example from business, engineering, psychology, pre-med, HR, and others. Why? Because cybersecurity is not all about hacking, but actually about learning how technology and people work. Plus, there is a growing number of fields in cybersecurity that do not focus on solving technical problems, but instead more human-focused problems. These are softer skills such as privacy, security awareness and training, governance, security communications, and cyber law and ethics. So don't specialize just in security, because the best security professionals have well-rounded experience in tech work. For example, data analysis skills can be a plus point, since one may need to collect and analyze large amount of security data and information. Embrace learning. Legitimize your skills by earning certifications. Better still, get employers to sponsor certification courses. Sometimes it's who you know, so you need to network professionally. Get to know as many people in the industry as you can. Attend meetups, conferences, get involved in open source or community projects. Find yourself either a female or a male mentor. Certified cybersecurity professionals earn more salary by an average of $16,000 globally. Certified cybersecurity professionals in Asia Pacific earn an average of 70% more salary than those without certifications, since businesses in Asia place higher value on workforce with formal certifications. So this is very, very good news for professionals who are located and working in the Asia Pacific region. What can organizations do? Firstly, businesses must acknowledge the gap. Next, they must conduct positive discrimination through active recruitment, meaning they must put in place strategic recruitment initiative of women cybersecurity professionals. Make sure that there's no bias in recruitment. Make sure that the shortlist of candidates are gender balanced, and make sure that the hiring panel is diverse. Next, businesses should establish women's cybersecurity talent pipeline. They must build and maintain a strong talent pipeline, making sure that women continue to move along the pipeline without the dramatic drop out at middle management. And they should also sponsor cybersecurity training and certifications. They must also make equality a responsibility. They must create a culture of equality and inclusiveness. Work-life policies and practices must cater to a multi-generational workforce with diverse career and personal goals, especially for millennials and the rest of the younger generation. Because real change only comes from taking every single person, women and men, on the journey. Companies must take swift and considerable actions to engage, develop, and retain women in the field, or the global workforce gap will continue to grow year on year. In conclusion, cybersecurity profession is one where demand is outstripping supply. There will continue to be an increasing need for skilled professionals. Although women represent half the population, the number of women cybersecurity professionals in the field remains low. Businesses are actively seeking to increase diversity in their cybersecurity workforce. This creates strong job opportunities for women. Businesses must also develop a healthy cybersecurity talent pipeline by implementing proactive recruitment policies and create a culture that welcomes and values both women and men. So my advice to women: don't feel intimidated, take chances, act with confidence, because this is often difficult, especially if women are outnumbered or ignored. Network and find mentors. Embrace learning. As with any career, cybersecurity is a journey of discovery and learning. The only way to change the cybersecurity industry is for more women to get in and break down those barriers. On that note, thank you very much.